Well, hey guys, this has been the week of eyes. I've been reviewing a lot of different eye creams, eye gels, and eye serums for you all this whole week. And to round out the week of eyes, today we are going to be talking about Replenix's Sensitive Hydrating and Plumping Eye Gel. But before getting into the review, give this video a thumbs up if you like skincare product reviews from a board-certified dermatologist. Make sure you're subscribed and that you have your bell notifications on so you don't miss any of my videos as soon as they go live. Now, why am I reviewing all of these different eye products? I'm a huge advocate of the fact that you don't need an eye cream, gel, serum, whatever. The moisturizer you use on your face, more than adequate to be using around your eyes. Eye creams are just another thing to sell you, another thing to buy, clutter up your countertop, and whatnot. However, there are some active ingredients that you may be interested in using around your eyes that are included in a lot of the eye products I've reviewed this week. Things like retinol or vitamin K. This product is one that claims to hydrate and plump. Is this worth plunking down the $51 for a half an ounce? How much more hydrated and plump can this leave the skin around your eyes in comparison to just using a moisturizer? Well, this product is by Replenix. Replenix is a reputable brand, skincare brand. They've been around a long time. They're most well known for including green tea polyphenols in their product, which this has. What are green tea polyphenols and why do we care about them? Green tea polyphenols come from, well, as the name implies, green tea, and they have a variety of benefits to our health, including when applied to the skin. For example, the green tea polyphenol EGCG, which stands for epigallocatechin gallate, huge mouthful. There is some research demonstrating that when applied to the skin, it actually can help to reduce the burden of sun damage. And evidence of this includes a reduction in both redness as well as DNA damage. You know, a lot of things can reduce redness, but do they actually reduce the true damage from the sun, and that is damage to the DNA? Yes, there is research showing that topically applied green tea polyphenols can do that, which is great. You know, the skin around our eyes is very delicate. It's incredibly vulnerable to sun damage. So using green tea polyphenols in your skincare may be beneficial. Green tea polyphenols, they've also been shown to be anti-inflammatory, and they are antioxidants. That's helpful because antioxidants, they scavenge free radicals that are generated when we're exposed to insults from our environment, namely ultraviolet radiation from the sun, as well as infrared radiation, visible light, and pollution. And it's those free radicals that damage the DNA, the proteins, the lipids, the collagen in our skin, and lead to accelerated onset of the visible signs of skin aging, as well as put us at risk for skin cancers, namely the UV damage to the DNA, but also the free radicals. They're in there mucking things up as well. That leads to collagen destruction, you get wrinkles, loss of elasticity, loss of snap, all those things. So in theory, putting green tea polyphenols around the eyes, under the eyes, may help reduce that. And those free radicals, they also lead to upregulation of pigment production, all that inflammation. And so if you're trying to fade like age spots, sunspots, or post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation, maybe you developed an allergy to a skincare product and all of that allergic reaction healed with the dark marks under the eyes, you're looking to fade that, brighten it up. Green tea polyphenols, they may aid in that. To be clear though, when we're talking about aging around the eyes, no topical product is really going to put a complete halt on the natural aging process. That is just the nature of time. You know, a skincare product, it's not going to change the loss of bone around the eye socket that ultimately leads to more prominent under eye hollows and the more obvious dark under eye circles. No skincare product is going to change the fact that our cheek starts to descend with age. As that cheek descends and the skin under the eyes thins with age-related change, well, the veins and things under our eyes become even more obvious. We look tired and fluid accumulates there, it looks puffy. Skincare products, they really are not going to address that. So don't get your hopes up too high with these expensive eye creams and eye gels. But yeah, green tea polyphenols, you want to put them around the eyelids provided you tolerate them. Sounds reasonable. This product, like pretty much all of the eye products I have reviewed this week, I think, have hyaluronic acid. Specifically in this product, it's the salt of hyaluronic acid, sodium hyaluronate. Now, hyaluronic acid, it is a humectant that helps pull water into the top layers of the skin. As the water content in the top layers of the skin improves, well, they function, natural turnover processes of the epidermis, they run a lot more smoothly. The end result is that your skin is better at keeping irritating things out and hydration in. Ultimately, that is going to smooth out fine lines, wrinkles, just by space filling, and maybe you're even less vulnerable to irritation when the skin is hydrated and healthy. One of my favorite antioxidants in skincare products is ubiquinone, otherwise known as coenzyme Q10. As a side note, I recently reviewed a bunch of serums from Timeless, and they have a CoQ10 serum, which personally I have been using and rather enjoying. CoQ10 can get into the skin, and it helps likewise in the battle against unwanted free radicals that would otherwise damage our collagen and the DNA and proteins and lipids and things. Coenzyme Q10 is naturally present in your skin cells, and it's also very abundant in the top layer of the skin, the stratum corneum, that kind of outer shell. And with exposure to environmental stressors, levels of CoQ10 decline in the skin. Also, as we age, then levels of CoQ10 in our skin decline. So there's evidence that applying it to the skin helps with the free radical issue. CoQ10 may help reduce the burden of sun damage as well. Another ingredient that can help in minimizing reactive oxygen species free radicals that I don't think I've talked about in many videos is superoxide dismutase. This product has that as well. And the ingredient I love to hate, ascorbic acid, is in this as well. Why do I love to hate it? Well, it's vitamin C, and it's a fantastic ingredient in reality. It's a fantastic ingredient. However, it's tricky to formulate so that it's stable. There's challenges with getting it into the skin. By and large, I believe the majority of ascorbic acid products on the market simply do not work for these reasons. Anyways, all that to say, this product has ascorbic acid, which you know is an antioxidant as well and may help in lightening sunspots, age spots, and if it actually gets into the skin and helps with collagen production, if it's actually stable enough in this formula, well, then you may expect some improvement long-term in collagen production. This is all theoretical. Replenix did not have to demonstrate that. They haven't done large, extensive clinical trials with this product to show that. If it does actually do that, though, then that sort of substantiates the plumping claim. That, along with the fact that this is moisturizing, hydrating, and the skin will look plumper with consistent use, as it would though with any moisturizer. That's not anything unique per se about these ingredients. Now, this product, I have to say, I have used it actually in its entirety. That's a lie. There's probably like a tiny little bit left because I wanted to have enough to demonstrate what it looks like in the B-roll, which hopefully I'm overlaying somewhere here in editing magic land. Anyways, the consistency, it is clear, it is colorless, it feels very buttery, it has a nice slip to it. It has dimethicone and cyclomethicone that give it that slip. These are great ingredients for reducing water loss out of the skin. These are silicones, they help reduce water loss out of the skin. That is definitely going to help smooth out wrinkles and fine lines. And these ingredients, they give a slip to the skin and they have that pore blurring effect. So as soon as you put this on, you do appreciate like a smoothing effect, whether that be under the eyes or to the crow's feet area. It's not actually physically erasing these lines, but it definitely smooths it out. In order for this to benefit you in any way, shape, or form, it's critical, as with anything in the skin, that you be protecting your skin from the sun. And that means wearing sunscreen to the eyes, to the under eye area, to the eyelid. So if you use this during the daytime, you're gonna wanna apply sunscreen on over it, which actually ended up, in my experience, being a little bit tricky. If I used ever so slightly too much of this product, it created too much slip, certain sunscreens pilled up, creased, rolled around, made a mess. People already have issues with certain sunscreens settling, creasing, and I think that this doesn't help the cause if you have this on underneath. It provides a little bit too much slip. Now, if you are using a sunscreen to the eyes that is silicone heavy, probably will work out well. For example, y'all know I'm a huge fan of the MD Solar Science mineral sunscreens. They've got a great tinted one that I happen to really love, but a lot of people detest the feel of that product. If you detest the feel of that product, you might not like this around your eyelids. But if you are like me and you like that product or others like it, then you probably will do just fine layering this with those. How do you use this? 1 pump 2 times a day. 1 pump actually ends up being quite a bit. They instruct you to only apply it to the under eye area and not the eyelids. I don't know why. I used it that way to my eyelids. I had no issue. But they instruct you to only apply it like under the eye area. Fine. 1 to 2 times a day. I ended up only using this at nighttime. Why? Because of the sunscreen incompatibility issues that I ran into with it. So, do I think this product is worth it? Now, I talked about the ingredients in this, all of their potential benefits. The emphasis on the word potential, because the science behind these ingredients, you know, it's interesting. There's not much data showing that these ingredients are harmful, but they're not the most robustly studied either. So bear that in mind. You know, don't expect these ingredients to transform your life and transform the health of your eyelid skin. Can they help? Possibly. Do I think this product is worth the $51 for the ½ ounce? I honestly don't. To be frank, I do not see myself ever repurchasing this again. Is it a bad product? No, I actually think they did a good job making an eye gel. I really do. It's nice, it's comfortable to wear. You do get an instant wrinkle smoothing effect, but in my mind, I know for a fact I can achieve that same outcome with a basic moisturizer. This isn't changing anything. The only benefit of this over maybe your basic moisturizer is the antioxidants in it. May help reduce oxidative stress. But a lot of moisturizers have antioxidants in them. So you kind of have to ask yourself, am I really adding anything into my skincare routine by purchasing this additional product with this family of ingredients, antioxidants? Am I really adding anything to my routine? Or could I get away with using a more affordable antioxidant product and using it around my eyes? So I actually did really like this product a lot, but I didn't notice any substantial change in my life using it to justify the price point. As I emphasized at the beginning of the video, when we're talking about the under eye area, as far as age-related change or perhaps even your genetics, skincare products, they're not going to alter that. So the darkening under the eyes, there's very little that a skincare product can do. If you have a lot of a fluid accumulation that's leading to breakdown of blood cells and that is further driving the appearance of the discoloration, well then some ingredients may help slow that down, accelerate the clearance of it. At the end of the day, the maximal benefit from products to the eye area, whether it be improving the look of the under eye, dark circles, or just reducing crow's feet, it's gonna be twofold. First of all, it's gonna be moisturizing, helping the health of the moisture barrier, reducing water loss, keeping the skin plump just by better water content in the stratum corneum. You can achieve that with a moisturizer. The other thing is going to be helping the health of the skin barrier to make sure that it's doing a good job keeping irritating things out and moisture in. Again, that's something that is achieved by a moisturizer. And then the third and final and arguably most important thing, which does part 1 and part 2 as well, is sun protection. Sunscreen around the eyes is paramount to helping with hyperpigmentation, the visible signs of aging, as well as skin cancers which do develop around the eyes. And sunscreen will not only help protect against those things, but it also can help reduce water loss out of the skin because it's basically a moisturizer, is what most sunscreens are. You know, they're lotions or creams. So they will help by reducing water loss out of the skin. They will help in acting as a skin protectant, reducing the penetration of irritating things getting in. Now, I recognize that many sunscreens are challenging to tolerate around the eyes, but I do encourage you to at least try maybe a sunscreen marketed for babies, a mineral sunscreen. They tend to be easier to tolerate around the eyes, especially here in the US. Our chemical sunscreens, because we have so few ingredients that are FDA approved for chemical sunscreens, kind of ties the manufacturer's hands, and the products, they do end up stinging and causing your eyes to water a lot. Not pleasant. All that to say, like I said, I don't think this is a bad product. I actually enjoyed using it. And as a side note, I also observed, so I'm like Jane Goodall, Gorillas in the Mist, with this eye cream adventure I've been going on. I also observed that this actually works quite well on the lips as well, as a lip moisturizer, balm. It's nice on the lips. It's good. It's good as a skin protectant. So who would benefit from using this? Someone who has $51 to plunk down on an eye cream and likes using eye creams. You might like this. It's very moisturizing. It does smooth down fine lines and wrinkles. But if you're sitting there wondering, like, do I need an eye cream? Do I need this in my life? I would say no, you don't. All right, I hope this was helpful to you in going over the ingredients and whatnot. And I hope you enjoyed Eye Week. It's kind of like Shark Week. You know, like I said at the beginning of the video, you don't need a dedicated eye cream. If you came this far in the video and you didn't catch that point, you don't need a dedicated eye cream. But I do kind of like reviewing them for you and talking about the ingredients. Can they be beneficial around the eyes? Is there anything else less expensive out there that can achieve the same thing? In this case of this product, I think you can get away with just using your moisturizer and end up with the same results. Let me know in the comments though if you are on team eye cream or if you are on team no thanks, don't want to waste my money on that. I always enjoy getting a sense of what you guys prioritize in your skincare, what you all enjoy, so I can help tailor my content to make sure I'm not leaving your interest out, even though I'm not an eye cream person. For those of you who are wondering about specific ingredients, there you go. Now on the end slate, I'm going to put my last eye cream review from yesterday in case you missed it and are interested in that. And I hope you all enjoyed this. If so, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and as always, don't forget, sunscreen and subscribe. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye.